I know we've been promising you guys that we would get into building AKs and having our own particular AK loadouts, and quite honestly for me, I've had a lot of trouble with finding what kind of AK exactly that I want. But now that I'm looking at this here, oh man, I really don't want to get into this. What's going on, guys? My name is Boaz, and today we're going to be taking a look at the WE Gas Blowback AK74UN. That's right, it's gas blowback, and that's pretty much the reason why I'm here, because I am the resident gas blowback enthusiast here at Airsoft GI. And I know this gun has been out for a while, but I don't ever recall seeing many reviews for this, so I just thought I'd be doing all you gas blowback guys a favor out there and go ahead and just go over this gun. Again, like I said, the gas blowback AK series from WE has been out for a while, particularly the AK74UN that we have in front of me right here, right now. And they are a pretty tried and true system. So again, not completely new, but I just wanted to go over it just to let you guys know that we do have them in stock right now, and they are selling out pretty fast. Just to get into it, the WE AK74UN is pretty much all made out of steel. Yeah, you heard me right. It's pretty much all made out of steel. Now, that's pretty surprising because a lot of metal AKs and metal airsoft guns in general are usually made out of some kind of nickel-based alloy or some kind of magnesium-based alloy, which is pretty much a fancier way of saying pot metal. The receiver itself, this lower part here, is made out of steel. On top of that, their dust cover is made out of steel. Their rear sight is made out of steel. Is this called a trunnion? Trunnion is made out of steel. The folding stock is made out of steel. The trigger guard is made out of steel. This Krinkov style magazine well, steel. So you have tons of steel components on this AK, which add a lot of heft. And pretty much the only polymer components that you'll see on this gun is the handguard and the pistol grip. So a very hefty gun in a very small package. That's what I like to see. Other notable external features on this gun are going to be, number one, the hinge dust cover. Now, if you're a Mayo boy like me, and I've pretty much run M4s all of your airsoft career, then putting on and off a traditional AK dust cover is kind of a pain in the butt. But WE has addressed this problem, and basically they put the dust cover on a hinge, so it's easy to open up and, you know, tinker around whether you need to strip it down for maintenance or for upgrading. You pretty much have the dust cover attached to the main body of the gun, and just as simple as that, you've reassembled it without any fuss. Now, some other notable features are this Krinkov style magazine well. Just makes it a little bit easier for reloading. It just helps guide the mag, so that way when you're putting in a new magazine, you're not wobbling from side to side. Over here on the selector, we have a very nice finger shelf selector. So for a lot of you traditional AK owners out there, when you want to put the gun from safe to fire, you don't have this finger shelf. So you kind of have to break your firing hand, or sometimes you have to tilt the gun over on the side to get it from safe to fire. But with this finger shelf, you can easily, with your trigger finger, right, move it from safe to fire. And on top of that, this selector over here has a very nice cutout, so where you can actually pull this bolt back all the way back here, and then you could, I'll do it one more time. So you can basically pull the bolt back over here and then put it on safe with the bolt open, which is an extra safety feature if that matters to you guys. But it's pretty cool because you can lock the bolt back, and then if you want to put it back into fire, you slam the bolt forward by lowering the selector switch like that. Other features that I may have gone over previously, but now just in more detail, is going to be the handguard, which is ribbed for your tactile pleasure. You really feel those ribs kind of digging into your skin a little bit, just to give you that extra bit of grip. But come on, guys, let's be real. Either some of you guys are either gonna put wood furniture on there, or you guys are gonna put some cool Zenico style or some cool Magpul style rails on it. You know, this is probably gonna come off eventually. But in the meantime, when you're saving up money for that, you do have a pretty high quality feeling polymer handguard over here. And on the rear, again, like I said before, you have a folding stock. And finally, you do have an optics mount on the left side of the gun. It's a very traditional AK optics mounting platform, so you can pretty much get whatever AK optics rail mount you want and attach it here on the side, which will give you a Picatinny section here on the top, so you can mount whatever optics that you need. Now, one of my favorite features of the WE Gas Blowback AK series is going to be the full travel bolt. Now, for all you AEG AK guys out there, and some of my other gas blowback AK guys out there, you guys might notice that your bolt usually stops at around this point right here. So if it's for an AG, it doesn't really matter. It's just there for cosmetics, right? So most AKs just kind of stop there, as well as your KWA gas blowback AK users or your GHK gas blowback users. You guys will notice that the bolt actually stops somewhere around this midpoint right here. But WE, they have decided to go the extra mile and include a full travel bolt, which pretty much replicates a real steel AK. Now, some of the benefits of having a full travel bolt is, of course, you're gonna get a more realistic reloading feel. You know, when you kick that mag out, and okay, you might not want to kick the mag out because it's gas, but you know, you put a new mag in, right, and you have to recycle the bolt, and you just rip it all the way back there. It feels absolutely amazing. But the biggest reason why a full travel bolt is so important in a gas blowback AK is it gives you more recoil. Now, it's not going to be anything crazy like a real AK at all, but you're definitely going to feel the kick a lot more because the bolt and all that mass of the bolt is moving all the way back to the end of the receiver and all the way forward. Some of you guys might be wondering, does that decrease the overall gas efficiency of the gun? Well, we're going to find out pretty soon. Excuse me, all this talking here, it's made me a bit parched. I'm going to take a little G Fuel break, minus the G Fuel. I don't know what it is, but water tastes so much better when you use a high quality water bottle. Oh, and if you don't know, we are currently offering our Airsoft GI lifestyle package, specifically this water bottle package here, where we do give you this very nice Condor, high quality vacuum sealed thermos or thermal bottle that basically keeps your beverages, whether it's water or G Fueled or Gatorade, V8 vegetable juice, cold for up to 12 hours and hot up to 18 hours as well. So if you guys want to help rep the airsoft culture outside of the airsoft field, go ahead and check this out. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled content. Now let's get into the internal components of the WE-AK platform. So like I mentioned previously, the WE-AK platform has been around for a very long time, which is actually a very good thing. Aftermarket companies have plenty of time to research and develop and put out higher quality internal components for the gun, just in case if anything breaks or if you guys want to squeeze out extra performance out of your WE-AK. We have heard from our tech department that the WE-AK is actually a very solid platform out of the box, which is...
That's pretty good.
A very bad thing for me because I hate upgrading guns, and it's just another selling point for me to pick one of these guys up, and I am so broke. So a lot of times when people are getting into the gas blowback game, whether it's pistols or rifles, they're constantly in the back of their mind, they're worrying about what next part is going to fail. You know, what do I need to reinforce? What do I need to upgrade? But with the WE-AK, it's pretty solid out of the box. The only thing that I would probably recommend for you guys is just to get a tighter bore inner barrel and a higher quality bucking, which is typical for most gas blowback guns out of the box. It is VSR 10 compatible, which is pretty much the universal cut for all gas blowback platforms, so I'm glad WE decided to go with that instead of something stupid and proprietary. The only thing that you really need to worry about other than just a brown bucking is the nozzle. We have heard and we have a lot of cases of the nozzles basically wearing down over time. Do not go with the metal nozzle, guys. I know, as tempting as it sounds, do not fall for the sweet temptation of getting an aluminum or a metal nozzle. It will chew up your feeding lips. It will cause so many different problems. Just stay away from aluminum nozzles or metal nozzles in general. For the most part, if you guys aren't going to be using this super heavily throughout your airsoft career, a couple nozzles should probably last you for however long you stay alive. One question we get asked a lot, especially when we do gun reviews, is asking about the thread and pitch direction of the barrel. Now, WE has decided to go with the very standardized 14mm counterclockwise threading. So if you guys do choose to replace the orange tip with the more accurate muzzle brake, mock suppressor, or tracer unit, pretty much anything will really fit as long as it's 14mm counterclockwise. The WE AK74UN gas blowback rifle chronos in at around 390 to 410 feet per second using green gas and 0.20 gram BBs, and has a rate of fire of 7 to 10 BBs per second using green gas as well. Now you might be asking, Boaz, how does a gun this small shoot that hot and also have such a slow rate of fire? Well, to break it down for you guys, the barrel length of your gas blowback rifle matters a lot, especially the length as well as the tightness of the bore of your barrel. Now, those two components basically affect how fast or how much time the gas in your gas blowback rifle has to expand out of the chamber, as well as how pressurized the gas is. So that's the reason why that you see a lot of gas blowback rifles out there on the market usually shoot pretty hot. Now to address the rate of fire on the WE-AK. First of all, real AKs, they don't have a very high rate of fire. And the reason why it doesn't is, number one, they just have a very heavy bolt that travels for a longer distance. So because of how the bolt travels, and also it takes time, right, for the bolt itself to travel back and forth all the way, because it's a full travel bolt, it will negatively affect your rate of fire. If you're firing full auto, you're releasing a lot of gas in a short period of time, and if you guys know anything about chemistry, basically as pressure decreases, temperature will decrease also. So because you have a cool down effect happening on the mag of your gun, and how quickly the magazine is losing pressure, that's also another factor as to why the rate of fire is so slow. But I mean, why would you want to go full auto on? Okay, I mean, it is fun, but you only got 30 rounds, man. So I would recommend just keep it on semi and just spam that trigger, dude. My hands, it's itching, my body is aching. I need to shoot this thing. Just Cisco grab the BBs and the gas. I'm taking this with me. Okay, bye. Okay, we're out here at the range with the WE AK74UN gas blowback rifle, and downrange about 200 feet is a man-sized target. You know the deal. You've watched thousands of these videos already. So we're gonna pretty much give you like more or so pseudo-scientific, field conditions kind of shooting test over here. In the gun, in the mag itself, we loaded up with 0.32 gram BBs. Heavyweight, guys. We go heavy out here. None of that 0.20 gram weak stuff, all right? We go field tested, field appropriate 0.32 gram BBs. Help you get some of that kinetic energy all the way out there on the field. Got some standard green gas. It is around, I'm gonna guesstimate, like 80 degrees outside, so it's a bit on the warmer side, so the gas is gonna perform pretty well. But enough of me talking, let's shoot this thing. Woo, very snappy, I like that. Yeah, it's getting out there, holy moly. Woo! Dude, I could just keep spamming this thing. Yeah, just spamming it though, it does throw my accuracy off. It actually kicks a lot more than I expected. Woo! And just like that, trigger's dead when the mag is empty. You know what? Let's go fill this up with more mags, more BBs, I mean, and let's not fill up the green gas. Let's see how many mags we can get through with one fill of gas. Okay, new mag full of BBs, same fill of gas. No new green gas was added, okay? Woo, that is so satisfying. So, quick tip, guys. Out of the box, you're gonna get this plunger device thing to speed load your magazines, but why? Why would you do that? Okay, one quick tip that I'll give you guys if you guys are considering picking this up, or if you already own one, if you guys don't know about this already, is the tip here on the speed loader plunger device. This is what's important, okay? So you can actually remove this quite easily from this little plunger pen looking device, and you can put that on top of your feed lips of the magazine, and you can use a conventional speed loader to load up those mags. Now, for people that have owned WE gas blowbacks in the past, like myself, I pretty much super glued that little tip onto my speed loader to make reloading that much more easier. You guys don't have to do that, but that's something I recommend. And also, there's a lot of speed loaders out there that just have gas blowback nubs already pre-installed on them. So let's go ahead and give it another shoot real quick. Yeah, still going strong on the second mag. You know what? Let's go to full auto real quick. Let's see what full auto gives us. Dude, this thing kicks like a mule. Holy crap. Woo! All right, I just dumped a second full load of BBs through one fill of gas on this mag. Let's just keep going. Let's see how many mags we can get through this. Third mag, full of BBs, same fill of gas. Now, before I get into another mag dump, I want to talk about the trigger real quick because it's a gas blowback video. We have to talk about the trigger, all right? So already you have about 3 millimeters worth of play here on this trigger before you hit the wall, and it breaks very, very light break actually. I think there's more tension leading up to the wall before you actually break it. And then we're gonna go for the reset. It's about like 6 millimeters. Yeah, so the reset's not that great, but it is a nice positive click, which is what we like to see in airsoft guns. And you can break. Yeah, so that's pretty much the trigger. So not the greatest trigger in the world, but it's an AK, man. Like, it's not a precision made like trigger box like a lot of high-end GBBR ARs or M4s. You know, it's supposed to get the job done. But again, very tactile feeling of reset and trigger wall, which is very nice to see. And we're gonna go ahead and give this guy another mag full of BBs.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's still very spammable. Like, I'm still spamming the hell out of this thing, even though the trigger's not the best. Woo, that cooldown is setting in. I've been really laying on the... Yeah, and it still keeps going after it fires the last round. I mean, it's just... Okay, but quick addendum. All right, it did go through 3 full mags and then more with 1 fill of gas, but because of how big this mag is, the gas reservoir is huge. So you're probably gonna, depending on the size of your green gas can, you're probably gonna use like a quarter to like a third of your can filling up this mag. So keep that in mind. The WE AK74UN gas pellet rifle retails for around $363 at airsoftgi.com. And make sure to use the Wombo combo for the best savings in Airsoft. Coming back from the shooting test, this thing just kicks so much ass, man. It is so fun to shoot. I mean, not just a fun factor, but it performs like pretty dang well, like surprisingly well. I think that's like the case with a lot of high quality gas pellet rifles. Is out of the box, it just rips, man. And it's just not a good sign for me, man. It's just really bad news. Now I just really want this thing, and I really want this to be the AK of choice for my AK build, but man, my wallet does not agree with me. $363 for a steel gas blowback AK. I mean, I would say in all fairness, that's pretty reasonable. I mean, this is cheaper than an LCT AK. An LCT AK it's just an AEG. I mean, the sheer dollar amount, it is a lot. It is definitely a more premium airsoft gun, but for what it offers though, I mean, you can't beat it. You can't. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch a review of the WE AK74UN gas blowback rifle. It is an oldie, but it is a very, very good goodie. And if you guys like what you see, make sure to hit that like button down below, as well as subscribing if you haven't already, to prove the algorithm gods on YouTube that we are not all that bad. And if you guys don't know, Cisco is holding a live stream giveaway every Tuesday and Thursday. There will be instructions at the very end of the video, as well as the link to the rules down below in the description box, to make sure that you guys don't miss out, because every $20 you spend on our website will qualify you to win a ton of cool airsoft guns that Cisco gives away every week. So make sure to tune in for that. This has been Boaz from Airsoft GI, and I'll see you next time.
Oh man, I really gotta go to the bathroom.
Come in.
Oh, what?
The door's unlocked. Come in. Come on in.
What the? Oh my, Boaz, what are you doing?
See, I don't know if you guys know, but Cisco is actually doing a live stream giveaway every Tuesday and Thursday.
I know.
7
It's my
p.m.
live stream
Pacific
giveaway.
Standard Time, okay? If you guys
does it
want
smell
a
so
chance
bad?
to win free airsoft, alright? Sometimes we give away more than one airsoft gun, right? But
Boy,
all you need to
like
do
a rat
is
died
just
in your
place
ass.
an order at airsoftgi.com of $20
stinks.
or
What
more,
did you
okay?
eat?
So basically, it needs to be $20 before shipping and taxes in order for you to qualify, okay? And then you tune into the live stream, and Cisco calls your name, you will win a bunch of free cool airsoft guns. So there's more details down below on the link, and make sure to check it out, and hopefully you guys win.
Boaz, I'll leave. I'll go to the other bathroom.
You know what? Why don't you join me? Come on, join me. Here, I'll make some room. I'll make some room for you right here.
Fine, I gotta go.